Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy Podcast with the Traders.
G'day with the Traders. Thanks to Sportsbet, I'm Roy. I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie.
And I coach the Warn Dogs.
And Calvin.
Coach Calvinator, boy.
The King.
The King.
Calvin, they call him.
Up and about.
The King has returned.
Killer, King, that sort of thing.
You're nailing everything at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to tell us about that during the day.
No. I'm pretty humble.
You know what you did nail? You're cheering on Saturday night at the Jackies getting up.
March, yeah.
I didn't know if we could be speaking here at the moment.
My hands are bruised from excessive clapping.
Oh, did you actually use the clapper?
No, because I missed it on the way in.
My left hand was red raw.
Yeah.
And from the clapping.
Very exciting.
She was on.
So we're actually recording this a little bit earlier than we normally would.
Yes.
We're doing this on a Sunday night as a bit of a novelty because we're actually catching the flight over to go and watch the Jackies
March. We're heading over.
Anyway, that's NBL.
Anyway,
So
that's
AFL. We're into
NBL.
AFL Fantasy.
NBL round.
To talk. It was a big round, boys. A massive round. We
Big
saw
scores.
a lot of scores. The high end, I didn't have enough of them. But anyway, that's...
You weren't bad, though. You improved ranking.
Wasn't too bad. All right, well, let's talk about our ranks and how we went for the week. So I'm in the green vest with my score of... That was nice to you, Calvin, when you got back there.
We're not on a Jack Jumpers game now, mate. Green vest dog.
You right, are you?
Yeah, I am.
22.50. Do you know that's really harsh for all those people that are a long way behind me, Cal?
It is.
Like, it wasn't a too bad score. I did move up about 400 odd spots or so, but need to move in the right direction. I made a couple of bad errors. One bench error, Roy, every single week.
Oh, the old
Hobbs.
bench.
I was lucky this week.
Hobbs.
I didn't have choices.
On
exactly.
over McComb.
What's that, a good 50?
50 points.
Hobbsy.
Hurt.
I thought he was the real deal.
I thought it was a massive coin toss. I thought, there's going to be 5 points between them.
Yep.
And then I went with, my decision was essentially going, he scored 70, he scored 40 and a half. Yes, he only scored 40 in the second half last week. But and then this week it was
So
not
you've had a couple of stinkers in recent times there.
of benches.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So what was that stat you said about old Hobbsy about his last 6 quarters?
Yeah, so his last 6 quarters, he hasn't hit 40 all up.
Wow.
He's gone.
So hot tip for
Yeah, he
you.
won't play next
Don't
week.
play him on field this week. Unless you need him for a loophole, probably.
that's the only way he's getting on the
Good
field.
for you. All right, that's me. Roy, you were next on the list.
I was.
Only 5 points behind.
Yeah, it's nice to be on that side of it for once. Roy always gets me on this.
The close ones.
Yes.
Yeah. Damn it. Hopefully there's a late update. Anyway, 23-22. My goodness, that is quite impressive. It's
not bad.
So that's, once again, I'm still going.
Yeah.
I'm still moving in the right direction.
You are.
I improved rank again. 2-6-5-4. And do you know what?
Oh.
I can't quite hear as much sniggering anymore.
Oh.
Now that ranking's getting a little bit respectable.
Very good. Well, as you said, I was 5 points more than that, which is 23-27.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Gets me 15/80th.
Can't hear anyone laughing at that.
No.
You'll be top 1,000 soon.
Oh, well, I will be. I looked on the weekend.
Oh, yeah?
And I was for a while.
Were you? Good on you.
That was one thing about our weekend is that we were a lot higher prior to games today.
That's
on the
right.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had fewer players on the
It's
Sunday.
your Callum
rolling
Mills.
through.
It's your Isaac Heaney's.
Heaney,
Heaney.
junk time king.
Coming home
He
strong.
came home strong.
He's been doing a bit of that. Junk time king.
He can get
this
it
year.
done. He can get it done.
All right, let's talk this.
Here it is! That's what you did, Vinny. You stuck it right up them.
We're giving it a unanimous +3 to Sir Maximus Gawn, who got us maximum points as captain. Almost maximum. Second top scorer, I think, for the round.
He was. Yeah.
So does that mean he's been top or second top scorer of the round for the last 3 weeks now?
Yeah.
Holy hat.
Got something you want to say to me, Doug?
Form player of the competition. What do you mean?
Exactly.
Thanks, Calvin. Thanks for the great tip.
Oh, you went out on a limb.
Hey, but I got it done.
What did you
get it
say? Not to trade him out a few weeks ago.
No, I did say that.
Right.
Actually, I don't think I did.
No, you were quite happy for people to trade.
Calvin's number 1 captain. We'll talk captains later when it gets to breaking news. Don't worry about that. That's going to pop up.
That is not a part of breaking
yeah, it
news.
is.
You're
That's
trying to
big,
bring
though.
that in.
That's
That
massive.
VC.
It's so huge. Even the fact
Having a free look at it.
What was
Yes.
funny, that was Jackie's game night when that game was finishing and thought, 140 and then score adjustment.
Yeah.
Time extension.
I feel like I'm never on the right end of a score
Yeah,
adjustment,
yeah.
but it went
49.
little bit, then a little bit more. Unbelievable
very nice.
scenes.
So that was good. So we'll give a unanimous one. So we better give one as well. I'll go from the same game there. My new recruit, Clayton Oliver, did all that I expected him to coming in with 126.
Oh, you were smug too.
Oh, wasn't he ever?
I was having a beer at Shambles before we marched. And Warn Dog, what was your comment?
Oh, here we go.
Because I hadn't checked scores yet.
Oh, here we go. I can see it now.
So
it was quite fun. I was quite humorous doing this.
Head in his hand. A little bit of, what was your wording? A little bit of instant reward would have been all right.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, why? What's happened? And he goes, Clayton Oliver. He's only on 70.
No,
halfway through the second quarter or something.
That's how I won Best Actor at the Deloraine Drama Festival in grade 8 with some of that.
It was some of your smuggest work.
No wonder the word smug is trending across Twitter at the moment.
In fantasy circles.
All right.
You're the
king. Calvin. Oh, where's yours? If we're going to talk smug.
Not smug. No. It is not Kiss. I had the option of playing... Well, this actually dictated my trades. On Friday night, I was getting in... God, I better make sure I say this right. I was bringing in... Crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, God. Did you even get the guy you meant to?
I was getting in Paddy Cripps.
Paddy Cripps.
Okay. I was getting in him.
Yeah.
If I got in him, I would have had to have played old mate to Conning on the ground. And I was like, well, I'm not doing
50,
that.
He was probably plus 20 on his average.
Season high, that's Kiss for those people. Anyway, and I go, I'm not going to do that. I'll get in the other Crisp, okay? Yeah. And then I'm going to be able to play Greg Clark on my ground. That's just called great bloody brain cow.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
You are
Greg Clark there. 110.
110.
You're seeing it well.
Yeah.
No, so, he's a must-have this week for anyone that doesn't have him.
He certainly is. And, it wasn't a surprise that he was good.
No.
Any other week we would have launched. The irony in that is that, he's one that we would have happily got without having a look at him.
Yeah.
And a few people said to me, I was disappointed I didn't have him, obviously, because we've been waiting that long. And a few people said, no, you did the right thing and had a look.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
no, we weren't looking.
We didn't need to have a look at him, I don't think. I was happy to always launch into that. But 110, that was sensational. And the irony I was talking about is a week where we were struggling with so many outs.
Yeah.
Of all weeks not to be able to get someone in. Yeah.
So he had his 6 tackles, which is what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He is a big man out there.
He is.
In a game where they lost by over 100.
Yeah. I saw him out on the wing a bit. Did he hit a few CBAs towards the end
I think
as
he
well?
got a
Probably
few...
when, what's his name came in? Gaffy. Because Gaff was sub.
Oh, my God.
Oh, did you see him running around?
Yeah, I did. I tell you what, and I don't want to say it, trade target.
I know, value.
Well, he will be maybe at some stage.
It's 500K.
Yeah. Just sit on your bench.
Roy, who was your +3?
Okay, my +3 is, and can I just, a little lesson to the kids out there?
Yeah, please.
In this game, you are sometimes going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
It can feel better just to own it and then move forward.
Just
suck
it up.
Yeah. I traded Cripps out when I thought he was going to be out for longer.
Which one?
Cripper.
Oh, yeah.
Not
the
Krispy
Carlton
Kreme.
one. Yeah, not Krispy Kreme.
So I traded him out.
Yeah.
He's come back the next week.
Yeah.
Dominated. I just got him back in.
Yeah, of course you did.
I didn't tweet justifications about, but if I had held him, I wouldn't have had this dude and that dude and that. Look, I stuffed up.
Yeah.
So I got him back in and he got 125.
Yep.
I made that mistake by getting him out.
Yep.
So I got him back in.
You fixed it.
I fixed it.
Yeah.
You're fortunate that you got him back in,
Yeah.
Roy.
But if I didn't try, I wouldn't have. You know what I'm saying. It's ridiculous at the moment what people are saying.
It is. I'll give mine to. Hang on, no,
You've already done it. Oh, look at him. He wants to do it again.
Clayton Oliver.
Dog show.
He wouldn't be able to find another one to give it to.
Jeez, I would have. Oh, hang on. Look across the dogs here.
No.
No. Oh, Cripps.
Which one?
Cripps.
It was the most disgraceful display I've ever seen.
Because it's just not acceptable.
Right. I'd like you to go first, please.
Well, mine's going to go to Jake Bowie.
You can't give it to a rookie.
59.
Get him out of your team because you are now. It's becoming a bullying situation.
He was close.
To what?
Well,
What do you mean?
I expected from him and Clayton.
59. He got more than 59, didn't he? I
Yeah,
would have.
90
I wasted
last
an
week.
opportunity
Hey.
to have something to really enjoy this weekend. I didn't know he got
He's not
that.
going to play Hawthorn every week, Roy.
Does that against the Hawks?
They should. I've got a bench line, a benchmark for these guys. They need to get 200 between them, the two Bloodnut brothers out there.
Right.
And they fell short. So that's
Oh,
why.
my goodness.
Cops that. Maybe Clayton didn't deserve his +3 because he needed to get a few more points to
Howie,
lift.
59.
But, yeah, anyway.
Right, I'm now going to go.
Dog, I'm feeling sorry for you.
It should be to me, the -3.
You can't give them to yourself.
Well, I can for not picking bloody Hobbs over
Oh.
McComb.
And
50
I
points.
just had a flashback. How are you feeling at the moment?
No, let's play on because I'm not feeling very good because this is the other part. It's bloody game day. Bombers, bring on this Tasmanian team. Hurry up, Gil, and just announce it. I'm ready to.
Can you remember who you got Bowie instead of that week?
Yeah, no,
Who was
play
that?
on.
Who was that?
Play on. No, there was
I
a
don't
price
remember.
difference.
Oh, the sick dog! The sick dog, and you've got Bowie.
Yes. I made a mistake, and I own it.
But you keep doing it every week.
Well, I can't get him now because there's about $400,000 difference between
We
those
said
two.
he'd take about 15 marks. What did he take in the end? 13.
My God.
Yeah, I'll see what
He's
he did in the first
amazing.
quarter.
He is amazing. Yeah.
he's a good player.
All right, we're not getting positive though because I want to stay negative here
sorry,
because
sorry.
I am talking about Jack McRae.
Oh, hello, Mr. 2-3.
Oh,
score.
my goodness. No, 94.
If that's your -3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That is terrible.
And that was a save.
When you've got other guys around him in our teams pumping out 130s, 140s, like your Olivers, who else? Oh, mate, Touk Miller, even Jack Steele, consistent. He's struggling.
And Cripps.
Cripper.
Cream. Jack McRae is struggling to ton up these days.
I think they need to redo that concussion test.
There's something all right. Anyway,
It's been a couple of weeks. He would have been free to play this week.
Yeah.
He's
Maybe
mine,
should have
Roy.
Sat it out. No, fair call. Mine goes to Rozee.
Oh,
you
no,
can't-
you can't give it.
I can.
Okay.
I would have given it to him regardless of what he got.
Yeah, of course, I knew you would have done it.
I'm going to give him a -3 because there's always excuses. The ball was too slippery.
Oh, yeah.
It was too hot. The ball got slippery.
Yeah.
Nah, Roy.
What?
I don't think you're allowed to give this one. This is
Well,
another.
I scored
this-
2-3, mate.
Yeah,
They're
this
hard
is
to
another
find
smug
bad
one.
players.
It's another smug one to be calling that.
What, 74?
Yeah.
Rozee? He was like my third worst scorer.
His break even was 10, mate.
Nah, I'm with you, Roy. Give it to him.
Yeah. No, do you know who probably deserves it? Butters.
Oh,
He got 74 as well. Now,
You paid a lot more for Butters.
I know. So the thing with that, those two had high percentage CBAs,
Right.
But it was such a crap game
Yeah.
that there was no CBAs.
So do we want to talk Rozee here?
we can talk about him. We might as well.
So pretty much
Do we
that
have to?
game,
Yeah.
it was, you cannot read anything into it. The ball was like soap.
it's still a ball,
It's a ball.
and you've still got a foot.
Here's
Can
the stuff.
soccer
This
it
is
off
from
the
Cam
ground.
on Twitter.
Right.
And he said, so it wasn't a fantasy-friendly game. Port's total points, 1443. They've been averaging 1,700 the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
That's a lot less.
That's a very good point.
Only 13 centre bounces for the match. He was the second highest midfielder centre bounces for
Equal
Port.
second.
Equal second with
Okay, yep.
Butters.
He only had 9, but 9 out of
So
13.
13. That
fine.
last
That's
3,
good.
their average has been 25.
Right, yep.
So half of them.
Yep.
Just not think, and he still attended 70% of them.
Okay.
Now Port
let
only
me go
took
shopping.
83
I'll
marks.
Find someone else. He's a jet.
83 marks. They averaged 120
Okay. So the game's
the last 3
They're
weeks.
also playing St Kilda, and I don't
the
know,
most
check
restrictive for
the
mids.
scale.
Okay.
So
Check
you
scale,
take
tell
your
you that.
74, Roy, and not disrespect him with a -3.
Okay. Like I said, I'll go shopping. Will Brodie can have it then. 10 less.
Well,
64.
he probably saved himself, to be honest, with that score as well. That could have been worse.
Well, so
He
what,
was
am I
sitting
allowed to keep him there or not?
I don't know.
Yes, you can.
Right, okay.
Give
thanks.
that.
Will Brodie.
I didn't know Warnie's doing our -3s.
No. This is what he's like when he's had a bad round.
Jeez, he's grumpy.
Bossy.
Boys, get in here Sunday night.
Well,
Doing a pod. Get it over and done with.
I just hope that Rozee takes that as a rocket.
No,
because your rockets are firing all right.
Can
at the
we
moment,
talk
Roy.
about that
Thanks,
rocket
dog,
today?
thanks.
That rocket you
One of my
did.
best.
Your
Now,
rockets are firing, and
Look.
they're going well.
okay, there's people asking if they could buy like memberships to the Rockets, like
Yep.
so they can, I can fire one off from.
Yep.
One thing that's you've always got to when you see like telemarketing and stuff,
Yep.
and you see someone nail like a really good ladder.
Oh, yeah.
Safe and that.
Yeah, yeah.
But you've got to watch because other people are going to try to imitate the ladder and
Okay.
it's not safe.
Yeah.
There's people firing some bad rockets out there.
And we need sturdy ladders.
We do, because
100%.
they don't understand how to fire the rockets. I need to maybe set up a tutorial, dog.
Right.
Now, it's got to really hit where it hurts, but it can't be too inappropriate.
Right.
So it's just got to...
So talk me through the one you
gotta
did
be a
for
niggle.
Jack Crisp.
Well, Crispy's worked well today.
Nailed it.
Now,
Talk me through it.
I don't like to bring family into it.
Yeah, but
No, but he brought family into it before.
Exactly.
he did, so it's okay.
He's given a green light.
That gave that a green light. And I just wanted... It was like... just a prompting of maybe lifting your game. Otherwise, I'm going to have to talk to your wife.
Yeah, because he had 10 at the quarter.
Yeah.
And then I think he went 49-45 in the next 2 quarters to
Yeah.
get to his... He averaged 40 over the next 3 quarters
Yeah.
because of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I know.
amazing man.
Thanks, guys. And you know what? For all the negativity on Twitter, for example,
Twitter is a very negative place.
it is, except if you fire
Yeah.
a game-saving rocket.
Yeah.
They've been around me.
They are.
Yeah,
You're
so...
Kyle McIntosh like.
Yeah, big time. So they've treated me like a bit of a charity case with this firing this
Yeah.
good rocket. But I tell you what, I have nailed a couple of rockets lately.
Well done.
And people are appreciating
Probably
it.
need to write some rules down like you do with your rolling 22.
I do.
Of what?
Hang on.
Because it's got so much growth.
There is-
challenge.
It's very similar to the rockets.
Here's the news of the week you need to know on the official AFL Fantasy Podcast.
Thank you very much for that. I'll step right in.
No, this cannot be a thing.
Have you got news?
This is not a thing.
Breaking
Cal.
news. Last week, my top 10 captains averaged 113. This year, I took it to a new level, Roy.
Is this news?
This year?
Yeah, my top
week?
10 captains this week.
Top 10.
Averaged 123. Oh, my top 5, 131. You're a genius. You are a dead set genius. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's going to get some more positive tweets.
Won't it ever?
That's phenomenal.
I know.
Well, there's not a lot of other news to put in.
No, I bet there isn't. That's it. Stop.
Which is probably a good thing.
It is a good
because we don't have really any massive injuries that are hurting us or anything like that. So, Prestia ankle, Max Holmes ankle, Brodie Smith concussion. Did you see the mark that he took, though?
That
was bad.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I did. Yeah, not good.
Good mark.
Miller Bergman, a shoulder, who came in for his first game.
Yeah,
so
that
he was subbed
sucked.
out, poor dude. Now, Roy, your boys Stocker and Young been given a week.
Yeah.
What does that mean for the
It
Blues?
means they're getting a bit thin unless those guys that were out are good to come back. But, week's a week. You just take it. move on.
Lucky,
Next
he's been
man
given
up.
a week as well. The next one to talk about is Reef McInnes. Now, this was dog act by the Pies.
It was.
So they've named Reef in the 22 on Friday afternoon because it was a Sunday game
Yep.
and named that up. Yep, he's made the 22.
Bloody
made
green
the cut.
dot. He's a
Everyone's
green
going,
dot.
there's a green dot.
Yep.
They've made him a late out, but not out. Made
No.
him the sub.
Oh, you can't do that.
That's
You
not
can't,
part
can
of the
you?
game.
You can't do that.
So Gill sends him a... Well, that needs to be a fine.
Well, if Stocker and Youngie are getting a week, someone's got to get a week for that. That's, I don't know, isn't it?
Yep,
That's cheating, isn't it?
it is.
So what are the rules around making late change? Because people do it
It's okay for injuries.
100% it is.
You can't be doing that, I don't think.
because he's not injured if he's then going to play.
Are they protesting the sub rule? Like, could that be part of the bigger picture?
I
of
don't
this?
know.
Is that they
It's a bit
want
weird.
They want 5 players and not have a sub on the bench.
It's about what we want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're a green dot or they're not.
That's exactly it.
The positive is though for Reef.
Yeah.
Maybe not
Oh,
for
that he
Reef because he
didn't
might
come
have liked to have got on there and had a
Probably.
kick. But
Yeah.
he didn't come on, so therefore
Thankfully.
no price changes.
Because I've had a couple of price drops due to subs this year.
Yep.
That I've forgotten his name, played for the Crows. One thing on that topic, and it's a bit off topic for us, but if it's raining, if you pick a team
Yep.
for the dry and then it's pouring,
Yeah.
we sort of accept those changes.
Yeah.
Get the big guy off.
yeah.
So
But they wouldn't make him sub though. That's the thing.
that's the thing.
So
To
it's
still
not
make
like-
him in the team,
yeah.
sort of, potentially.
So I had a funny comment about some of that too, actually, is that, they made a big statement with Shield as dropping him
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff, but they made him medical sub. That's still a pretty big statement, mate. You're
that's
not in
worse.
the 22.
That's worse. You
like-
don't want to be the sub.
No, like, Gaff. What a kick in the guts.
That's bad.
That's bad.
And
Especially when they've only got 23 available.
That's it.
That's their
do you know what? With Gaffey, he was running harder from contest to contest than I usually see from him.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
But his head was still tilted, obviously because of the disappointment of the
Yeah,
Yeah, so it was like he didn't know where he was running sometimes. He's running hard, though.
he was. No. Well, he has to. He's trying to get back in the team.
I know, he's going to be
A couple of Magoo's news that we can chuck in there as well is Elijah Hollins had a 93, so everyone's waiting there for him. 23 disposals, 5 marks, 6 tackles. Just don't know what the Suns are doing here at the moment. And the Riccardi party.
Oh, not again.
So he had 147 kicking 9 goals. Now,
that's a party.
The reason he's not a fantasy option, but what it might mean is a mix-up for GWS.
Could.
Does Flynn go out and they play a forward?
They won, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at some point, I don't know.
Riccardi loves to party at the lower level.
He does.
Yeah.
Neefle specialist. We've seen a few of those over the years.
Yeah.
Anyway, we just need to keep track of all of the, news as it drops this week. Because it is Sunday night that we're recording this. We'll have our Thursday night live show, funnily enough, on Thursday night at 6:15. And we'll have all the news because we'll have all the teams. And coming up this week, we've got a doubleheader Friday game.
Holy hat.
Boys, so that's something to be thinking about.
Very much so. Always interesting.
It is. Very interesting.
Hi guys, Cal Toomey here from the AFL Exchange podcast. We're live every Monday night at 6:10 p.m. with myself, Sarah Ollie and Riley Beveridge, and back for a double dose on Thursday mornings answering the listener questions on Exchange Extra. Keep it locked to hear award-winning segments like What, Exchange Challenge and If I'm, and maybe even Hang On a Second if you're lucky. Plus, each week we're first with the exclusive NAB AFL Rising Star nominee, a moment you will not want to miss. That's AFL Exchange. Find us wherever you listen to your podcasts and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Alrighty, so round 7 is over. It's round 8 coming up, and lockout has lifted for us, boys, because we are recording this not long after. So just wanted to go through a couple of interesting things out of that from the lockout lifting that is worth knowing. Highest price rise was Braden Pruce with 63k, so he's just doing what he needs to. So he's got himself up to 599. But Greg Clark's probably the big one that people wanted to know. So he went up 60k. So he's at 250.
Manageable.
So whatever you needed to do with that and working out where he's at and your move around that, he's gone up that 60 to 250. An absolute must-have if you don't have him.
Well, the confidence you've got putting him on the field, it's not even one of the situation you're in, do I pick that spud or that spud? You've just got a proper player there.
McComb's not a spud.
No, he's not.
He's good. Because he was the next highest, actually. He went up 55k.
Yeah,
so I'm glad I've got him.
You should have known that.
Yeah.
Glad I've got him. You don't have him, Cow, do you?
No, I don't, but he could be my rookie I bring in this week.
Right. I thought you were about to say Gobbledock.
I'm a Gobbledock.
Which is probably what you could call crisp. Then you'll know the difference between him. It's like a chip.
Yeah.
Crisp. Get it?
Yeah.
Oh, that thing used to go like... Chippy.
Remember that is very easy, wasn't it? That's I remember it.
That was him. He's a creepy little dude now.
Hanging around on some sort of offender list somewhere.
Yeah, without a doubt.
30 years on.
No wonder we haven't seen him for a while. God.
Behind bars.
He's locked up. Not legal at all. That little chippy thing.
Right, anyway, so that was probably a thing to know out of that. Though, let's start talking about the weekend and some things out of it. Cal, you wrote a note here. Hits and misses with the rookies.
I just wanted to bring up the fact that there were some rookies who obviously dominated.
What a week for you to come up with your own little section.
He's doing work in here. He normally walks in here.
I've got.
I don't mind Calvin doing all right, to be
Greg
honest.
Clark. We've got McComb in there as well with his 83.
Thanks.
Nick Martin with a 90.
Highlighted stuff and you made it look
No, it was accidental highlighting. Nick Martin, 91.
Brings back memories of dogs stitching me up.
Nick Martin, 91. Season high score from DeConning.
Yeah.
If you wanted to take that.
Some people would have had to, I reckon.
Would have had to have taken
because there was
that.
carnage.
And there is that time where a 50, if you are worried about that, like if you had McComb as your other option, not McComb, Hobbs now, if we're fast forwarding a week and you had a 50 sitting there and take the 50 or risk it on Hobbs, there's no way you're taking Hobbs. Like you're taking that 51.
Yeah. 6 quarters for 40.
Well, and here we go. Here's into the
Thanks,
misses.
Roy.
So we had Hobbs with that dirty 30, right? We also had the Horn scoring a
Time for him to
52. Daicos even. The Daicos
Did
even
Horn
strong.
only get 52?
Yeah, and Daicos had 59.
Hornbag went up $2,000 as well, just quietly. So he is done.
Right.
Yeah, and even the fact
Break-even
that
68
Josh
now.
Ward didn't play, and he's been in that group that has been consistently there. What happened to your old mate Reef? And then
He's endangered.
Even Nod O'Driscoll got to his. That's okay though, a 63 every now and then.
Just a good goal.
But as long as it's not consistently happening, and a guy like the Horn with a 52, and the Hob having not scored for 6 quarters in a row, they hate him there, dog. They
do. No, seriously, he needs to buy the boys all coffees this week.
He will not play this week.
Do they avoid him?
Yes.
Yeah. It was
Did
all
they?
over again.
He
Was
runs.
it?
He runs to gaps, and they just take, get out of there.
How
Move.
can you... It's
He's
obvious.
their first round draft pick.
Why does
got big
You
pipes.
can't afford to be doing that in games, can you?
No.
I don't think.
No, and Bombers can't.
Like if you're in the
Selfishness
if
is
that
a
dude's
reason they're in the
best
position
spot,
they're in at the moment as well.
Because I even think it's quite weird and confronting when you're watching and there's a ruckman who's in clearly the best spot, but he's not trusted with the ball. Like that's bizarre to me. That
good reason
someone
for a few of them, though.
Yeah, there is, but it just I find it fascinating that they're in the team if they can't be trusted to catch and handball
Yes.
on or
Oh,
something like
exactly,
that.
yeah.
But for someone like him, who's obviously an athlete,
Yep. Not good.
no, it's not
The
good at all.
other segment I brought came
Oh,
up
yeah.
with,
Look at
Unless you
this.
don't have him.
Calvinator.
No. The other segment, Roy, and I can see you've chipped in at this, is some potential trade
Right.
targets
This is what we're here for.
people this week.
I thought
because
I better save this section.
some people have a bit of coin in the bank ready
Yeah.
to go. Some people, whereas I'm trying to get old Patrick Crisp,
No, not the Gobbledock.
right? Trying to get him back.
Cripps,
So
he could be like...
Which one are you trying to get back?
Is he from,
Paddy.
Where are the Cripps from, Roy? You were a massive rap man back in the 90s.
Yeah, what?
Where are the
Which one?
Cripps
Oh, the Cripps.
and the Bloods?
We used to have them in town.
Did we?
Can you remember that?
I don't remember that.
I don't know how that.
Right,
would have
I don't
gone
know
down.
enough about this, but Cow, that's you need your difference here. You've got your Gobbledock,
yeah,
and then you've got your
Yeah,
you gangster.
yeah, your
Okay.
gangster.
yeah.
Roy, defenders.
Right.
Right.
I'm trying to upgrade a spot. Who should I be looking at?
Okay, so there's a few that are pretty interesting. If you're looking for a bit of value, Sick Dog is your number one man.
Yeah.
Like he's averaging 111 the last 3. I apologise that you have to hear that, dog, because that is nasty. Sick Dog, 111 the last 3.
Can't do it now.
No, you
He's
can't.
still the
missed him at
value one.
500.
He's still value.
Yeah, he's still the value one because that's how good he is. Vlosten's come back really well as well, and like he's taken a bit of that holy ball that we used to
Yep.
thoroughly enjoy watching as an owner. So he's there in that value sort of mix as well. But then you've got the big boys, and they're big,
big.
boys. I remember at the end of round 1 where Short didn't play well, and our ranking really sucked.
Yeah.
And people were like, you guys will never learn. You jump on the preseason hero, yada, yada, yada.
Yep.
Guess what? He's a season hero. So I was worried when he went midfield to start the game. And,
Yeah.
But he was amazing in there to the point, how many midfielders go through the whole year and never get a tag once? That people don't care they're in there.
Yeah.
He lasted 2 quarters before they were like, we've got to clamp that guy. That's ridiculous. So I prefer him at halfback.
Yeah, agreed.
I assume he will be halfback when they've got everyone available. But he's amazing, mid or halfback.
23 CBAs last week for him.
Amazing. So he had, I think, 4 for the season leading into that.
Yeah, okay.
So pretty huge. So he's averaging 108 the last 3.
I think that 4. I think that 4. Those 4, I think, were Korea.
Oh, Korea.
Maybe.
Unbelievable.
we'll go with
Either
that.
way, it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
130 for the Chippy
Yeah, the Chippy Monster.
Monster, and 118 in his last 3.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, get some of those.
Glad you
chippies.
got him this week, Cow.
So am I.
Well, no, I'm not really,
Yeah,
but
I doubt he would be.
As if you are.
And just got to mention, if you're going for a unique, Tom Stewart is unique this year.
He is.
Now, he only got his second 100 for the year, but for some reason, they resorted back to that keeping the ball in their possession style footy, which is not good for scoring, hence the low scoring game, and it's not good for winning either by the look of it. But he had 14 marks for 157.
that's what he does and what he can do.
He can do it. 157's even big for him, though. Huge. Someone to consider.
No, I do like that. Thing is, too, he had gastro a couple of weeks ago as well.
Yeah. Oh, how did Coleman go? Sorry.
Coleman. All right. Maybe a 60-odd, was it?
Oh, okay. So nothing too exciting then.
Cadine.
Because he was a play last week.
And he did look good early too.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had...
Sorry to throw that one out there.
No, he had his last score was 63.
Oh,
Okay.
Solid enough for the price.
Yeah, without a
And
doubt.
the 83 to start
You
with.
would be a bit disappointed.
Anyway, I was just going to talk about the gastro that he had.
Oh,
so
yes.
he was laid out with that. So
Yeah.
he didn't have a score affected by that, but maybe he did the week after, I don't know. But how that's affected players. So Butters last week, gastro for that 30. Then did you see what DeGoey did today?
I saw him have
He
a
was
couple of
sick.
shots at goal.
Yeah, he was sick.
He was a sick.
Not sick dog sick. He was sick.
So he had a 56.
Oh.
Yeah.
He still had 21 CBA.
Did he?
Yep. He was still really up there with them.
But he was looking like he had gastro.
Yeah, but before that he had his 91.
Squeezing his cheeks together.
He had his 90, 93 and 101
white
before
shorts
that.
today.
So he will be very cheap for us in the coming
well,
weeks.
that's very handy. There's these gastro-affected players like Butters, for example.
Better than COVID.
God, would you really want Butters?
Anyway, we're going to talk about DeGoey when we get into the forwards.
Right,
We're
sorry,
talking
sorry.
midfielders now. So Cripper went up 20k this week.
Sorry, Cal, for your
He's-
segment stealing.
What?
No,
No, he's still very cheap
Yeah.
at 831.
So you're going to get him this week?
You've got to have to get him
You
this
have
week.
to. He's still a bargain. He's 100,000 less than the other guys.
If you take out his injured score
Yeah.
of 36,
Yeah.
he's averaging 125.
Wow.
He's a beast.
That's
He's
unbelievable.
bodacious again.
Okay, then we
On
have
steroids.
old Touk
Yeah.
Touk Miller with his 140, 111 before that the week before.
Did Touk have 140?
He's
Yeah.
my target.
He's
No
had,
wonder you were so good this week.
yeah, so he's had 14 tackles in the last 2 weeks.
My God.
So he's back doing what he used to do.
He must have had a huge last quarter. Towards the end of the third, he wasn't anything overly impressive.
Yeah, it must have been huge.
So he is a break even of 95 now, and one of the biggest trade targets this week, 885,000.
That's a right.
Touk went
price.
20, 35, 29. All very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
56 in the last.
Yeah.
Yep. Thought as much. Cheeky little Touk.
56. So he's my target, I think.
He has to be.
Gosh, I reckon.
I think anyone under that 900 mark is definitely a
So
target.
he's at 885. and
Gosh, that's cheap for the $1 million man.
I just,
Isn't
yeah,
it ever?
exactly.
Right.
With that ceiling.
Now I want to talk to you about Josh Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Right, he's another good target.
821,000 for Josh Kelly. That is so cheap
That
when
is
you
cheap.
look at that he is coming off scores of 134, 104 and 95 in his last 3.
Are his CBAs on the increase or something? I
He's-
need to see something more than one flashy good score.
Okay, so last week's CBAs. So Ash, my boy, breakout season.
Yeah.
Still waiting
I
next year.
dropped him in draft.
23.
Don't worry, mate. I know what it's like.
So this is where he's sitting.
No, but he hasn't
I'll
done it.
still- I'll still
had a
back.
70 coming back,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is
okay.
fieldable for my rabble.
So
but-
this is how they ranked this week. Ash had 23, Tom Green 21, Josh Kelly 16. Okay, so he was third in line.
Right.
Then it went Taranto with 15, Ward 11, Cornelio 1. We'll talk about that in a moment.
That's a concern.
And we'll
moving
also talk
forward.
about Whitfield. Let's talk about it now because Cornelio spent 94% time forward and Whitfield spent 89% time forward. And they played some of the best games they've had. They both scored well.
Exactly.
They did,
both still
and
scored
that's not
well.
going to happen. There's
Against
gonna be-
Adelaide, though.
There's going to be disaster weeks.
Anyway, so we'll talk about Josh Kelly. He is definitely a great pickup at that price.
Yeah.
You going Cripps before him, though?
I think
Hell
you do.
yeah.
You do.
Yep.
Daylight between them.
Well, they're basically the same price.
Oh, God.
So it's a no-brainer. We've obviously got the big boys here of like your Mules, your Oliver, and your Petrarca.
Yeah.
They're in a different bracket. How would you
Not
rank?
to Cripper.
No. Well, that's it. They're going to be way more. They're probably $100,000 more. How would you rank those three?
Right.
In fact, they are about 100,000 more.
Is it Mills? He just does it. The 160 last week, the 130 this week.
Look at Oliver's last 3.
He's just more
126,
consistent, I guess.
129, 111.
Oliver's safer.
I think he is too. And
Just
Petrarca, he's real patchy at the moment.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, real
He had
patchy.
111 this week.
Yeah, he
But
got his ton.
He gets attention more than the other
He does,
two. So
yeah.
I think you put a line through him if you're trying to pick between those three.
Yeah.
Yep.
Noah Anderson good again.
Well, let's talk about Noah Anderson. So he's gone 113, 118 in his last 2.
How many times have we mentioned him without having even remotely close to the guts to
So
go?
he's up to 780 now. Went up
He's got
35
a 7
grand
in
this
front of
week.
his name.
It's cheap as.
He has a break even of 67, so that's climbing.
The reason I'm mentioning these guys is because we all can't. You might already have Cripper.
Yeah.
You can't get to the top dogs,
No.
and you're trying to turn Horn Dog into one of these guys.
Yeah.
So he is good. He's been good lately. Here's another guy, and this is a little bit left centre.
Yeah.
But Seb Ross.
Nah.
No,
Hang on.
Why?
He's got a 6 in front of his name. Yeah. He's
For a
got a
reason.
6 in front of his name, and he's averaged 96 in his last.
It's not enough. At this point in the season, you can't be picking up a guy that, scored an average 96 in that time.
I wouldn't even
with
get him
a
off the
6.
waiver wire.
He actually doesn't have a 6. It's a 702. Right, moving on. Let's talk about Tom Piggy Mitchell.
Oh, yeah, that's more like
Right.
it.
Have we
I'm
seen
not-
enough?
no.
103, 109 in his last 2.
How cheap is he? What's he
He's
priced
not cheap
at
enough,
the moment?
Isn't he?
No.
Tom Mitchell, let's have a look. 838,000, a break even of 106.
I would have wanted some 120s in there to be
I agree.
considering
Like
that.
if you don't have Cripps, you're not going anywhere near Mitchell first.
Agree.
You're going Josh Kelly ahead of him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's that trust and worry factor, though, isn't there?
That's what Hawks have developed now, though.
Yeah, well, they're
that
the
trust
same,
and
yeah.
worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very similar.
Right, moving on. In the rucks, the only one you really would consider and look at there is old Juicy Brucey. It doesn't matter if he's with Flynn. So he's gone 95, 105 in his last 2, and Flynn has been there.
It's just a big lump.
He's a big
He is.
unit.
Flynn had...
You're just sweating on every contest he has, though.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like he's
Yeah.
going to do something for
Yeah.
someone.
We really need English back soon.
Yeah.
Because that'll be a straight swap because that will need to happen at some point.
It will break down at some stage. But I tell you what, you'll go into forwards in a minute. But Timmy, as a forward, he's straight back in the mix as soon as he's back on
too
the
right
park.
he is. I wonder where he ranks in the rolling.
Yes.
He would be up
and
there.
I wonder what he's going to do, what they'll do with Steph as well.
Yep.
They play them both? Don't know.
The other one, so in the forwards here, we have Timmy, as in Timmy Taranto.
Yep.
94, 65, 92 in his last 3. Now, that's how he started. He started going at 116 in his first 4.
Yeah.
He has dropped off,
He
but
has.
he's now getting to a price where we are half tempted.
Oh, 100%. He's dropped nicely, about 40K, I think, from memory, has he?
Yeah, so he's down to 844, but he's got a break even of 142.
Oh, wow. So you could
So
wait
he's
a
still
week.
waiting a week or two.
But if you've got the money on that given week,
Yeah.
And this is a thing. Like, there's a lot of players. Like, Josh Kelly was almost won last week.
Yeah.
And he goes and busts out that big score. There's players that you go, wait one more week. And then they go and do it. Touk Miller was another example. Like, I was thinking, no, I'll wait the week.
Yeah.
It hasn't affected his price too much.
No,
but
yeah.
his break even was 130. I said, no way. But the matchup was so nice this week that you
Yeah.
knew against Collingwood, if
Yeah.
you were keen on him,
And the other
he
thing
should have
is-
been all right.
If you can get him, why not get him? Because
Yeah.
next week you might not be able
that's
to.
the problem. So you cop a couple of injuries, and then all of a sudden they're the last person on your mind, and they were right there in your grasp, but you were waiting a week for the discount.
Yeah.
That
but
is
then
what-
you can't even
I've got the
get at 'em now.
300 grand in the bank this week.
Yeah.
And so if I copped some carnage,
It just sits there.
yeah.
Don't be a tight ass. Spend your
If
money.
you can hit the person that you want, you just go bang.
We've already talked about the GOAT and what he has been doing. Let's talk
Yep.
about Luke Parker.
Oh, machine.
Listen to his last
A
3
gift
here,
for
Roy.
the Manzacks, actually, in our keeper league.
119.
Now, that's the definition of smug, Roy.
That is smug. He's called the season already.
Luke Parker.
And he's right.
He's right.
119, 93, 123. He had 24 CBAs, which is the highest for any Sydney midfielder last week.
He's cheap.
He's a midfielder. He's named as a forward. What can he average from here on in?
Over his ton.
Yeah, just
quite
105
easily.
sort of thing.
And be the top 3
Yeah.
forwards.
So what's he priced at?
So he's down to 760.
Oh, I'm getting that. I'm changing my trade.
760. He's averaged 93 this year, but 112 in his last 3.
Yeah, I'm getting him in.
Better than Mitch Duncan. See, he put out a 60.
Mitch
Did he?
Duncan, all right. He's struggling.
Yeah. Don't
He's a
go
target
anywhere
later.
near that. Yeah.
But no, I don't think you can touch any cats. That's my.
No. All
Not,
right.
not a good idea, dog. No.
What about your boy, Roy? Shy Bolton.
Be with the gobbledock locked up somewhere, I reckon.
Shy Bolton, Roy?
No!
580 odd
I've been there last year.
580 odd K.
Johnny dominated.
Coming off 136, but who did he play, Roy?
A waffle seconds
Yeah, he
team.
did.
Yeah. There would be waffle teams that could beat them.
Well, yeah, without a doubt. And I'm talking reserves would challenge them.
Oh, really?
Seriously, though. That was bad. That should not have been on television.
That Ozark came on for me.
Did it?
Yeah.
All right.
I
And
watch a lot of football and love watching
Yeah.
football, even the sicko games,
Yes.
because I've got fantasy interest.
Yeah. That was hard, wasn't it?
Yep.
and before we finish, we need to mention this guy, Dylan Moore.
Oh, form.
He is ripping it, going at 107 in his last 3.
Bit of a yo-yo.
He
His
is.
scores are like that.
But he's
100.
expensive now. You've missed the
Too
boat.
much, yep.
746K. If you picked him up in draft, you're winning your league with a guy like that.
Yeah.
He's
Speaking
got,
of
he's got a
yo-yos,
98.
what about Yo?
Yeah, he's good.
Crikey. Yoey. Elliot.
He's good. Dominating.
Good for what?
Well, he was concussed this week.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he missed it.
So that 0 wasn't because he...
Oh, no. I'm talking about last week.
He
Got
subbed off.
Yeah.
No, but he'll be getting cheap.
Anyway,
so
I
his break-even's at 133, right?
He having no luck.
That'll go down as one of the best segments we've had so far on the podcast.
I reckon it
Oh,
was.
gosh. You really brought some structure to the show. I'll give you that.
Well, I wonder if it will help us, because now it's time for us to look at our Toyota top trades. That's, our early moves, and this is probably as early as it has been for us looking at our early moves, because lockout only just lifted. So hopefully all of our maths works out of you boys as we
should
do
be
our
right.
trades. But we're looking at them for round 8, brought to you by Toyota. Oh, what a feeling. I'll go mine. I've got that worn chest, and basically I'm going to spend it, and that's going to get me from Jason Horne-Francis up to Touk Miller.
Oh,
So he's my
huge
man.
upgrade.
And
Jeez.
that'll be going from Hobbsy down to Clark. So, and then he'll play on field for me at my M8.
Right.
So getting
Sounds
that.
good.
And then I've got that option with McComb. It'll be a bit of horses for courses week to week.
Oh, no.
No, and I
Just
don't want
pick
that. Just
one
take-
and stick
I'll
with
be
it,
picking Clark.
Clark.
I'll be picking Clark.
All right, I'm getting Greg Clark in and Luke Parker on the back of some sensational form. I'm talking vintage Parks.
Yeah.
So he's coming in, and I'm getting rid of, and thanks for your work, Jason Horndog Francis.
Oh,
You
he's
have
been awesome.
outstanding, and it feels like a bit disrespectful, but Will Brodie, that time on ground is just not improving to where I want it to be. So thanks very much for your time as well, because you've been a great pick.
So you could be going
see
him
you
a little
later.
bit early.
Oh, without a doubt. I'd have no problem holding him longer, but I just want him gone.
All right.
That's fair.
My trade's are very similar to you, Dog, in the fact that I do have a big worn chest. Like the
ya?
big fella
Not
over
as big
there.
as this one.
Oh,
And I'll be upgrading Horn Francis to Paddy Cripps.
awesome.
Got it. I nailed it right.
Welcome
You did,
back.
well done.
And obviously I've already got Greg Clark, and I'll be bringing in your mate, Robbie McComb.
Commie.
Commie.
Oh,
Comes
You're
in.
spending some coin on him.
Nah, he's worth it. Though,
He's
Dog.
worth every cent.
I need a couple of green dots on my bench. He won't be on my field. No.
Jeez, a lot of coin on your bench.
That's how I roll, Dog.
He does.
Got a question for the traders? Tweet the boys at AFL Fantasy or head to facebook.com/AFL Fantasy Official.
All right, we're going to try to hit up some questions here, lads.
Right, we've
Try
got
to
3
help
minutes.
people. Is that all? Oh, yeah, you've given us a time limit.
Well, we nearly
Cal.
hit it, so I'll
We
give you a
nearly
little bit
have.
of overtime, and I'll
But
send you the bill.
You, no, I've got to go to bed.
Well, my segment went longer than I
Go to
thought.
bed. Dog, we're not getting to bed till real deep
I know,
tonight.
we've got a lot of work to do. We're trying to cram a lot of hours work into not
We
many
are.
hours. All right, Shane, time to get Luke Parker in the forward line. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Is Josh Kelly just about to go on a huge run of scores like last year?
Sorry, mate. I already
Yes.
covered this in the segment
Yep.
before.
Yep,
All
good
right.
pick.
Yeah.
Yep.
David Pearce wants to know, is Darcy Cameron a forward option?
Interesting.
Being the number one ruck.
Well, if you were really savvy and going for back-to-back in draft, you probably would have picked him off the scrap heap. An excellent place to dabble in
Isn't
a
it,
Darcy
Anna?
Cameron area.
Did you do that, Roy?
Yeah. As far as picking him up, for that price, it's justifiable. I couldn't do it.
487K
It's a bargain.
coming off a 107. I don't think that's a move that I do, but hey.
Yeah, it wasn't a fluke either. So he had a couple of goals in it, which boosted his score, but he was around the ball. What was his stat line in the end, Cal? Because I saw tackles and all sorts.
So he got it done. So there was 5 tackles, 15 hit outs. He's had 16 and 4 marks.
Look, I tell you what,
You know what though? He was
you could do it.
you can, because he was up against big wits.
Better
Yeah.
than Rozee.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And cheaper.
Yep.
There was a legend on the old tweets that told me they were smarter than me for doing that. And guess what?
They are.
You are.
Yes.
Well,
Their
on this
smugness-
1 week.
Smugness is warranted by them.
The smugness was warranted for this week. Now, no doubt you make moves like that every week, and that's why your team probably sucks.
Yeah, well, next week, Darcy Cameron, he's up against Nankervis.
Yeah.
Then he's up against the Bulldogs, whoever's back for them.
Yeah.
Then Sean Darcy. So he's still got a bit of a tough run coming.
Yeah, he's not a bad player.
But he
when
goes
he's
well.
Number one ruck.
100%.
Yeah. I don't mind it if you're desperate.
Who are you choosing for Andrew here out of Cripper or Parker?
Cripper or Parker?
Saying I think the round 13 buy is huge, which must be what?
I wouldn't have a clue, mate. I haven't looked at them.
No,
yet.
I haven't looked at
I
it
could be
either.
I haven't
cooked.
memorised them this year.
Haven't
but
you?
I normally do.
Luke Parker, if we're talking that, he's about, what's that, about 80K less than what
So
Cripps
he's got the
is.
round 13 buy where Cripps has got the first buy, round 12.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. Patrick Cripps is a must-have.
Well, as we said, take that injured score out.
Yeah.
He's probably the number one man in the game.
He's still somehow, and because of that probably, and his asking price originally, he is the bargain of the competition again.
What would his average be then, Cal, if you took out that injured score and he did it in a quarter, times that by 4 and added into it?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
it was huge.
Because it was like a 30.
He was on fire, yeah.
The two best averages in the game at the moment are Bailey Smith and Dunkley at 122. He's better than that.
He is.
He's better
So
than
he's
that.
the number one player in the comp.
You must get him.
You have to.
ASAP, because you're going to blink and his price is going to be $950.
Yeah, out of reach.
Yep.
He'll be $1 million soon.
Yep, easy.
Andrew, when is it time to give up this year?
It's
not yet.
not.
If
Look,
I'm still
mate,
here, as long as I'm here, you're here, all right?
Yeah.
what he said.
And you don't have to put up with these two.
No, that's
That's
true.
true.
That's very
That's
true.
very true.
And you can just
Like,
turn us
we'll-
off, mate. He
we'll-
doesn't get to turn us
No.
off.
And you can put your phone down and not look at social media. He can't put his ears down. We're talking right into him.
Yeah.
I can mute you. Hey, check out this cool segment. Right, okay.
Oh, God.
That was weird.
That affected me.
Nathan wants to know, is it time to trade Daicos? Had foot issues in the past few games confirmed by McRae and low time on ground. Hate the rest talk. So that
Yeah,
rest talk
it's
was
growing.
almost them talking about training-wise, I
Yes.
think. Not in games, they said. But it could happen.
Definitely. So he has been apparently, allegedly, sources think might be the case, very influential in wanting to front up and play and, being good
He's
enough
confident.
that they actually listen to him. Yeah. And have let him continue to play. But where there's smoke, there's fire.
It is.
And where there's his first quiet game.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's set.
And it was looking like it could have been quieter as
Yeah,
well.
so he's set this standard for himself where he's basically just under an elite player in his first season. So when he starts having a game like that and you are a first-year player, people go, oh, hang on, he's well below his best.
Yeah. So he went up $3,000 this week.
Give him a rest.
He's now got a break even of 87.
Yep.
He will probably just hit that maybe, or drop this week.
Do we ever want to get rid of him, though?
No, well, that's the thing. I was very happy for him to be my
D6.
D6, and even to the point of the buys, because they've got the last buy,
Yeah.
that if it was really at that point, he could be moved across
So
to
a
someone.
rest is a big concern because if he rests,
If he gets
probably
rested, you
goes,
trade.
Yeah.
The other side of that, too, is you probably don't have someone as reasonable cover.
Look at the ceiling, 126.
So he had a 59. Week before that, a 77, and then an 80. So he's gone, I think, like 72 in his last three. Time on ground has been pretty consistent at about 78 to 80%.
Oh, time on ground wasn't
his
bad.
time on ground's
today.
fine. That's fine.
That's been blown out of the water. He's
But-
played 80%, just about. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't think we trade him. Not yet.
If he rests, though, I think you do.
I agree.
Potentially.
And he's got money on his
Who
head.
would
so
you be playing? You'd be back to
Some people have got
Paddy
nod
McCartan,
down.
Donkey
those
Kong
dudes,
back
yeah.
there.
No, you can't do that.
Might get another 50 for you. Denham, if you couldn't get to a Touk or Mills, would you double downgrade this week to get 2 of McComb, Carroll, or Clark?
Oh,
So
Carroll
was looked all
has
right.
not been
Probably should've-
getting enough attention.
Yeah.
That
That was his first game,
That was his
wasn't it?
first game.
Yeah.
87, I think he got. He took a lot of marks to get that, maybe 8.
Yep.
Well, was
Pretty
that in your notes, Cal?
im-
It is in my
Impressive
notes.
debut.
Yeah, I skimmed over that one because he was Carlton.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hard to hold your spot.
Yeah.
That's true.
Very.
That's good thinking. The thing is, there's a couple been suspended for the week.
Yeah.
So, he will be fine. That was a great debut.
So what's the feeling of doing that with a double downgrade because you can't get to one of the big dogs?
Look, I don't mind it because there's a couple there that have real runs on the board. So
Agree.
Clark wasn't just out of nowhere.
Clark's almost
We've
a
talked about
must-have,
that
isn't
for an eternity. So he has to come in.
Yeah.
Now, if your second move is because you've got confidence in Carroll or McComb,
Yep.
it could be in play this week, a double downgrade, because those two, like, I'd now be confident putting them on my ground over a couple that we've got there.
So it's part of
And it feels like you've got adults on the ground too. That helps.
It does.
Doesn't it?
McComb's a big man. So he's up to 265 though.
Saw him in the middle a bit too.
Yeah. And it's
Is that all 265?
It's 30k.
Oh, no wonder you're
more
still doing it. That's
than
okay.
Carroll.
It's only, it's basically the same as
Well,
Clarkie.
it's a fix up for Mead for speed for me.
Oh, nice. Yeah, double downgrade's massively in play this
Big time.
week.
You can do that.
Even double 1.5, like straight swap your second.
Yeah.
For a green dot. Mead for speed.
Yep.
Gone for one of them.
For one of
dudes.
these guys, they can go. You can fix that up this week.
Green dots are still important.
They are.
Because I think
And they'll become more important.
you're also bringing in people, if it's McComb or if it's Greg Clark, they've got the job security now, I reckon. They're going to be here.
There'll be times you can have a look at someone like McComb. Like
Yes.
a little bit of a loop on him if you really wanted.
Yep, definitely.
And 80s, that's nice from the rookies.
Too right it is.
All right, Chris, I'm still rolling with Raul at M8. Nice to have him at M8. And
Is
Horn
it?
Francis on the
How did
pine.
he go this week?
88. It's pretty
That's a good week.
Horn Francis on the pine. So my possible trade options are Raul to Miller or Jason Horn Francis to Cripps, which means I have no rookies on the field in the midfield. That's awesome.
You need Paddy Cripps. It's as simple as that.
So is it...
He's better than Miller anyway.
Raul to Miller?
Yeah.
There you go.
He is. There you go.
Raul to Miller, or is it Horn Francis to Cripps?
The horn goes.
Which then puts Raul on your pine.
Oh.
You're getting rid of that next time, though, aren't you?
Oh, right.
Well, whatever he does. Oh, well, yeah. But
I'd probably just go Rao to Cripper
Yeah, I'd be doing that.
and save the cash.
Yep.
yeah, and then the cash can be put on somewhere else. But you want to get rid of Horn Francis at some point, though.
Yeah, next week, I guess.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Dylan Moore, worth a look. Go back and listen to Cow's segment.
No, not now. Not now.
No.
Tick of approval for these ones here. Horn Francis to Clark, and then Daicos to Touk.
Yep.
Well,
Touk's hot property this week. He'll be one of the most traded in
He's
players.
tradable then.
100%.
Okay. Oh, it's all right. Okay. Daicos, he's tradable.
He can go to Touk.
If you're getting an Uber guy,
Yeah.
it can be done. There. Okay. We've officially ticked it off. You're allowed to trade Daicos this week.
Yep.
Wow.
As long as you're doing something pretty cool with it.
Has to be.
It's
cool.
gotta be-
There's about
Sweet.
But this is
gotta
where
be,
people
there's
are-
about 6 players you're allowed to do it to.
Yep.
No one else.
That's it.
Who are the six?
That's a good question.
Tweet them out this week.
Cripper, Neil, Mills, Steele,
Yeah.
Oliver, Touk, up to 7.
Yeah,
Max
and
Gawn.
That's okay.
Max.
Yeah. Form player of the competition.
Is he?
Yeah.
Scored well on the weekend. Jake, who's the best forward to target? Already have Cornelio and Dunkley. Heaney's on the never again list.
It's okay. You can.
Who
have him
is it? Is it Taranto and go
Yeah.
early on him?
Yeah.
there. You are going early though.
You are.
He hasn't turned up in his last 3.
No.
It's Parker then, isn't it? For where he is at the moment.
That's very true.
It probably
Parker.
is.
I changed my trades from Timmy T to Parker
It's Parker over Taranto at the
and
moment.
get Taranto later.
I think so.
because there is a cash difference between them still, isn't there? Yeah, you definitely Parks there, aren't you?
So Parker's 760 and Taranto is 844. That's a lot. 80k.
Yep, you're doing that.
Yes.
Which then, question from Aztec, is Parker a top 6 forward?
Look, he's knocked that hard on the door.
I think
that
he
he's
is.
probably in there comfortably. Yes, he's done enough the last 3. Let's not forget Will Brodie was in there.
Who's that a reflection on? No.
Hey, it's all part of it. The player mind manipulation as well. There's
Yeah.
some players that need to see that they're out of it. There's some players that need to see that they're in it.
Okay.
And I'm here for the people. I'm trying to maximise everyone's output.
Right. As it sits right now, based on average, Dylan Moore comes into number 5.
See, that ain't happening.
You've done it before.
I'm not doing that.
Hey, your hand may be forced.
Abby Benny, is Laird a good point of difference pick?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Actually, that's something Cal said at the start of the year prior to the hand injury, that he was a great unique. To the point, in fact, Cow was planning on starting with him. Would you believe it?
I did, until the injury.
Yeah.
You know me, right? He's going at 107, 118 last week. He will be better than that even. He'll get it to the 110
He
again.
will.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a 110 guy.
He does not struggle.
Tom
And-
Duday picked him up this week.
Did he?
In his team. Well, he
And-
has his Crows bias, however.
Yeah.
He said, should I go him? I said, yeah, it'd be great.
What's he doing with Crouch?
Still got him.
Does he?
I did.
Is he backing
I did
him
get
in?
a little bit squirty on this,
Yeah.
and was saying, look, probably
something.
better not reveal too much here, but saying they talked about how low his time on ground was. So
Okay.
I'm hoping that helps.
Get
Have you
him
still got
up.
Crouch?
Yeah.
God,
I don't have a good team.
round 8,
No,
mate.
so
Jeez.
I've got him
round
to
8.
go off.
Do you really?
You.
Maybe he can go.
I can't believe you.
That's an upgrade.
I'm the smug
Clark.
one.
That's bloody Crouch to Clark. It's an upgrade
Do you know what it is?
and a cash grab.
Yep.
In one.
Are you doing that, Roy?
Yep.
You've
just
you've done
decided.
about 40 different things since we've been
Hey,
here.
that's what Sunday nights
That's
are
what
about.
Sunday
isn't it?
night
It
range
is.
trade is.
It
All right,
is.
last couple here. Rhett wants to know, do you trade Butters?
Yep.
Do you? I don't think you do.
Sorry, that was just my rage.
Yeah,
train
not
coming
not
out.
in a position that
Sunday
is
night.
so fragile at the
Yeah,
moment, Roy.
yeah, fair.
You don't know what's going on there.
Nah,
you might as well hold it out.
Look, he's someone I just leave, and if a good score randomly pops up, it's like, oh, yes, that's handy.
Yeah.
Expect the worst, hold.
Yeah, I agree. You just got to ride that out, I think, for the moment.
Like, there's bigger problems,
Yeah.
I believe, in 90% of teams.
Agree.
Yeah, but, God, he's unenjoyable to own.
Mitch held both of these this week, so he's got McCartan and ex-Erie. So McCartan will be back this week, but he should be bench fodder for you anyway. And ex-Erie's still got another 3 weeks, and it could be longer as well, who knows. But wants to know, is it McCartan up to Touk or ex-Erie to Andy Brayshaw? Then I'd throw it back, is it ex-Erie to Touk?
Yeah,
is.
if you can do that, then that's what you do.
Yeah,
Got
good
him.
catch. You got that.
Great one, dog.
Well done, mate.
Dog caught a mosquito, for those not watching.
It was a good catch. Reflexes like a cat.
It is. I agree. X-Ary's got to go before McCartan. At least he's playing. So X-Ary can go to Touk if you can do it. Otherwise, McCartan can go to Touk.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do. Just get Touk.
Yeah.
Done.
I think that's the thing. Like, go the value there. That cash will be handy next time.
Look, Brayshaw's just amazing, but I'll never go there. I'll give you that hot tip.
Can I tell you something on Brayshaw?
Yep.
I've just checked the scale of hardness. He goes North Melbourne, Gold Coast, Collingwood, then Melbourne, who also give up a lot to midfielders.
In Brisbane.
Who's
Hawthorn.
that, Touk?
Oh, my God.
We get to watch him here as
That's
well.
Brayshaw.
Oh, Brayshaw, sorry.
So he's got a nice little juicy run coming up.
I take it back.
Yeah,
Consider him.
definitely consider.
Highly.
All right, I think we've had enough, Cal.
Yes, we have.
That is a
Overtime.
big run there he's got going.
He does.
All right, good luck for this week. We'll be back on Thursday night. Make sure you are tuning in for AFL Fantasy Live at where is it? Facebook.com/AFL
That's
Fantasy
where it is.
Official. That is where it is, and it will be the podcast afterwards. Stay tuned for all of our epic content this week. There's going to be a bit, and boys, let's get ready to march for the show.
Yeah, boys.
Come on.